What's good in the hood, YouTube? This is Crazy Samurai 71 here bringing you another video. So I'm bringing you a video on Power Rangers. This video is regarding the partnership between Power Rangers and Nickelodeon. Now, for those who do not know, Power Rangers has been releasing new seasons on Nickelodeon since 2011 when it started airing Power Rangers Samurai, and has since then, as of now, been airing 8 seasons, with Power Rangers Super Ninja Steel being the 8th season. So one thing that we got to learn today was that Power Rangers will be continuing their partnership with Nickelodeon through 2021. Now, my immediate reaction to that was, oh great, so Power Rangers is continuing on, it's going to be on Nickelodeon. We now know for a fact that the show is going to continue. People were worried for a while that Power Rangers was done because we hadn't heard anything about the next season, and people were wondering what's going on. Now, we did hear about the casting information, which is important. That did happen. They did announce, I think it was last week, that they were going to start casting people in March, which is important. So keep that in mind. The 2019 series casting starts in March, so that's great. But the fact that the partnership is being extended until 2021 is interesting and kind of curious to me. I was a little bit worried by this, and I still am worried. I don't really know what that means, because the thing is that in most seasons that have happened on Nickelodeon, the way that the show has been structured is that they'll start off with one season being the introduction and the follow-up season being the continuation of the previous season. So for example, take Ninja Steel. Ninja Steel, there was Ninja Steel last year, which started the show and got us going into that show iteration, and then we have Super Ninja Steel now, which is the continuation. And you can go back even further to Dino Charge, where there was Dino Charge and Dino Supercharge. So the thing is that it's an odd season, 2021, because the thing is that that's going to be the start of a new season or whatever, which means, does that end the show? If the show, let's just say hypothetically, ends, let's say that the partnership closes, they're not going to be releasing any more Power Rangers, does that mean that they leave on a cliffhanger and we don't get to know what happens? Or does it mean that we're going back to longer seasons, but rather than doing 2 seasons per iteration of the franchise, we get to do more episodes and 1 season per iteration? That's a question, and that's something that people brought up, and I've been discussing it with a lot of people, because I do wonder what that's going to lead to. Now, of course, we're not going to know this until 2019. Reason why I say 2019 is because likely in 2019 we'll actually get to learn what they're going to be doing as far as episode structure goes, because they might go for the same structure they've gone for, and then that would lead to that question being more of a concern. But if they go for the longer season, like make it 26 to a 32 episode season, that could be pretty interesting, because that could mean that they could change up the whole structure, and then what that would lead to is the current season being adapted and the season that just aired, which is the one that people expect to be adapted next year, which is Uchu Sentai Q Ranger. So that could mean that Uchu Sentai Q Ranger will be adapted, and then the current season, which is Lupin Ranger versus Power Ranger, will be adapted, and then whatever the next Japanese season will be adapted as well, if they go back to that structure. We don't know if that's the case, but it does bring up a big question. The other reason why I mentioned 2021 is because of the fact that if they go for the 2019 situation, where they decide to do 2 seasons, they could do 2 seasons of that, and then the 2021 season, it could be a one-off if they wanted to and make it a longer season. We don't know anything for a fact. Personally, if they are going to go for longer seasons, I would not be upset, as long as they're quality seasons, of course. That's the hope. You know, nothing is guaranteed, and Nickelodeon has had this big issue in the past with allowing seasons to go past 20 episodes, so that's the big reason for it. Of course, there's been the holiday episodes, but besides that, they really haven't allowed traditional episodes to be more than 20 episodes, and that's why, in most cases, they've been limiting it to 20 episodes per season, and they've been deciding to do these 40-episode series iterations, rather than what they've done in the past, where they did like a 32, and then they did that just for the show in 1 year, which is not a bad thing, but because of limitations, it led to that. So, of course, we have to wait and see, but I want to know your guys' opinions. What do you guys think is going to happen here? Because 2021 is an odd year. Do you think that this will mean that they'll be going back to the more traditional format of doing longer seasons and with more episodes in them and doing one season that represents one iteration per year? Or do you think that they are going to stay with what they've been doing, which is 2 seasons and then they sort of new iteration after that? What do you think is going to happen? Personally, to me, I don't know. I want to hope in some ways that they actually stay with, that they decide to go back to the traditional method if they make it good. I'm worried in general. I just don't know what that's going to mean. I'm glad to know that Power Rangers is continuing. I just don't know what's going to happen. That's the big question for me. I want to know what they're going to do because it's a big concern, 2021. If it said 2022, then I would not complain, and then I wouldn't really say much. But 2021, it's a big concern, and I want to know what's going to happen, and I know I'm not going to know till 2019 at least. Keep that in mind. It's very unlikely that we'll know anything till then. So if you're expecting me to have any answers regarding episode situation, I really don't know. It could turn out to be what it's been, or it might not. But I'd love to know your guys' opinions. What do you think will happen? Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. Tell me what you guys think. Are you guys happy about this expansion? Were you expecting them to change to another network or change to another service like Netflix? To me, I personally don't want that to happen because there's a lot of problems with Netflix. And believe me, that's a whole other topic that I don't want to go into right now because plenty of people will fight me over it because it's a very, very, very strong topic that people love to go nuts over because people think that Netflix is the ideal location. Not as ideal as you would think, but I'm not going to get into that now. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe, as I said before. I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, guys, I'm Crazy Samurai 71, and I'll see you guys in the next video. So until then, guys, I'm Crazy Samurai 71, and goodbye.